Hi, Canon for the fans. It's Raz calling from Cardiff once again. What a week last week has been. Oh my word, where do I start? Well, maybe I should just have a little dig back at my brother and the rest of the Canon for the panel about my gloves indoors. It was a metaphor, guys, because as you know, with Arsenal, we tend to just treat people with kid gloves. Sometimes we tend to take the gloves off when we want to get down and fight. And it was just my way of saying that how time is pretty much nearly up for either one of the players or for the manager, or I say manager stroke coach. So this is my voice of reason. Yes, it's my voice of reason. It's not a voice of opinion, although you can add what you want to it. It's not a voice of madness, because I think this team has drove me mad on several occasions. But it's my voice of reason. So it's Raz and Alex, hit the intro. Okay, so I thought I'd wear yellow just to brighten up the feeling I've got, because these last few weeks have been pretty dark for Arsenal. Last week, if we can just take Arsenal slightly off focus, them down the road, they got rid of Pochettino, and I must admit I didn't see that coming. I don't like talking about them really, because they are just our rivals, and being reflective about it, he's not a bad guy. He's kept them in the top four for the last few seasons as well, so that is an achievement. And they were in the Champions League. I mean, us as Arsenal fans, we were just hoping that Liverpool did us the favour, which they did. So would I rather be in the top four at this moment in time? Of course, because that team has a kind of identity. As much as I begrudgingly admit it, now they've got Mourinho in, it's going to be a different kind of team that's going to set up. They already won their first match. They were 14th in the league, and now I believe they're either 8th or 7th, and we're still 6th. Now, I said that I always want my team to win, and I will back the manager, although at times you have to question the manager, you have to question the team, because that is what, as Arsenal fans, that we or any fans of any sport, that's what we're allowed to do. We give you our time, our devotion, and in return you give us great times, you may give us some sad times. That's just the ebbs and flows of sport. However, there comes a time when you have to say what you feel. There's no harm in that, as long as you're being positive and not ranting and raving. Sometimes we do go off a tangent, we do rant and rave, but because we love our team so much. Alex did an easy talk last week with Indian Guna and Richard, and Alex did say that, you know, he's not going to listen to the rhetoric outside of the Emirates, where it's all about trying to get the coach out. But there comes a time when you have to stand back and see what is going on. No, we don't always have the inside track to what the players may be saying. They may be saying things subtly in Twitter or on Facebook or whatever kind of social platforms they use. But as a fan, you have to call it out what you see. We all do have our own opinions, our different opinions, and our retrospective thoughts about how the team should be progressing. Unai Emery is 18, 19 months into his tenure, and things have not gone well. It is that simple. Now we can go into stats and we can dig out people and players and everything else, but, just saying for the fact that it is what it is. We have to be patient, but I have to say that we are in a results environment. Now, Mourinho's just gone in, and I don't like the man, especially after the way he's criticised our club, which he's got a right to, and his digs at Arsene Wenger, rather personal. And I think that if he did come into the club at this point, he would do a significant change. But I think us as Arsenal fans, the fan base would have been more decisive or derisive. However, I think in a sense Unai was very lucky because of what happened on Saturday. If we were a week into the international break, if it was just a week's break, for example, I've got a feeling that the board would have sacked him straight off and probably would have got in Mourinho. So I think Unai is under a stay of execution because it's purely results. The results are not going. The players, you just have to have a look and see for the first goal. Now, everyone from 5 years up knows that if it's a free kick, you walk backwards, so you're ready for an attack. Our players were walking with their backs to their backs to the attack, and the first goal was in. I think on Alex's channel, someone said to put £50 down for Danny Ings to score, and he scored. So that guy must be well happy with his winnings. Now we all said that how Arsenal's going to win. Southampton had 9 put past them. It'll be a comfortable game for Unai Emery just to get us back to winning ways, to have an established 11. That didn't happen. If you looked at the two teams, you would have thought that it was Arsenal who was battling out of 19th place, and Southampton was 6th. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous the way that we're playing at this moment in time. We have to call it out. The team is not performing. The manager, coach, is not performing. He is not getting the players to play. I've seen some of I didn't see the match, I saw just the highlights. The players weren't running back. They were jogging. Even the penalty, no one had a sense of urgency to run to. Alright, Leno saved it, but you want to be at least in the box before the player has a chance to score again. Excuse me. There's no sense of urgency. We have to call it out for what it is, guys. This team at this moment in time is so unmotivated, and we've got a match Thursday. How are we going to turn up for that? I don't know. I feel like I just want to throw this top and throw my kits and everything in the bin, because the team is not playing, and it has to come up from the coach. The coach has not established who his best 11 is, and it makes the board look a bit foolish, because they said they're going to back him now. All of a sudden, our rivals down the road, they only lost 4 matches and they already got a manager in, and there's no doubt that manager would help them kick on. They're still in the Champions League, don't forget, as well as a few cups, and we are languishing. We are not playing with any kind of confidence, any motivation, any kind of spirit. I was looking at the replay, and the Southampton player said that how he summed it up brilliantly. We know they're under pressure. We know we can get amongst them. That's not the home of Arsenal. That's not setting us up to beat these lesser teams. Come on, guys. Sometimes you have to see it for what it is. Who are we going to get in next? Could we get in Allegri? I don't know. Could we get in Benitez? I don't know. We're talking about trying to get I forgot his name momentarily. We're trying to get people in. Ljungberg is not ready yet at this moment in time. It's no point thinking about Thierry Henry, even Vieira. It has to be somebody. I don't like cast-offs. If we're going to get Pochettino in, he hasn't won anything, and maybe he might have a point to prove, and he will have better players. He already has a standard of a formation of what he wants his team to do. Alex summed it up brilliantly when Mube Guna mentioned this a few weeks back, that what happens then if we get another coach or manager in? You know, does he set us up, or would he have an alternative motive just to get paid and get by? This is where we are now, guys. We shouldn't be in this position at all. We're in a position where we don't know what's going to happen for the next few fixtures. I don't know what's going to happen at Norwich. But everyone can see that we're vulnerable, and an enemy who sees a potential weakness will exploit it to his benefit. So yeah, I am annoyed. This is my team. This is my team, and we're not playing like a team. And the coach, I said he's got to fix up. He's got to do something. I don't know if he's going to be there any longer. So that being put aside, I'm sorry if it sounds really deep and heavy for a Wednesday, but it's Raz. So if you like our content, if you want to, we would appreciate it very much if you can press the notification button, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. So Alex, I don't want to say IG or Richard because I think they're partly complicit in your dig, but I can take it. I'll go boys' shoulders. That's me being the bigger brother. So that's the way it goes. Goes with the territory. I can stand up. Now I want my Arsenal players to do the same thing as well. So on to the next fixture. As you know, Mondays is the Arsenal fan comments with Alex and Richard. Wednesday, it's the voice of reason. Yes, the voice of reason. And then we have the Easy Talks, either just a small size or a mega bite size, with the guys who subscribe to our channel and blogs regularly as well. So this is me. I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna put anything else up or post any memes or anything, but Alex, I'm coming after you. Guys, thanks very much. Thanks for your support, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Hopefully an Arsenal win. Bye for now. This is Raz calling from the Emirates in the press media section for Cannon Fodder TV. Not breaking news, Emirates news.